Okay, so last episode of Dragon Ball Super, episode 125, that episode was crazy. A lot has happened in that episode. So, first things first, Frieza gets wrecked. Not even like a little bit, no, this dude gets railed. He gets full on railed, and it's crazy. But let's go ahead and start from the beginning. So, we start out in the episode with Goku and Vegeta, of course, fighting Jiren the Grey, the coolest dude in the universe, the coolest dude ever. So they're fighting him, and still he can't be touched, really. Like, he uses his eye magic and deflects a final flash and everything. And you know that Goku's gonna have to go Ultra Instinct again to fight him. But that's pretty much where that's going off to. And the rest of the episode's mainly on just Toppo, Android 17, and Frieza. More specifically, Toppo. So the episode starts out with Toppo and Android 17 like also fighting it out. They're going ham status. Android 17, since androids have infinite energy, just hits him with a big ass volley of just nothing but little energy. Hits him with a whole volley of it. And of course, Toppo, being the fighter of justice, just goes ahead and is like, this ain't nothing. And he can look into his volley and figure out exactly where he can strike just to figure out where to go. And so he does that, figures out what he needs to do, goes through the whole thing, and goes like 100% on him. I'm talking like he literally goes 100% on this dude and goes all out with like some random beam attack. And then Android 17 hits him back with that run back of another beam attack and goes ahead and made them colliding. Those two beam attacks collide and they fight over it. They're pretty evenly matched. 17 slowly losing the lead when all of a sudden the Golden Boy himself comes in and he starts blasting Toppo in the back, just beep, 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 with his beams, saying that he ain't nothing special. He ain't a thing but a chicken wang. And Toppo, getting bothered by that, is just taking it. And then Frieza's like, I'm gonna finish you off, fam, and then hits him with an energy beam. That beam, with 17's beam, sandwiches that dude. We are making a straight Toppo sandwich in this, and Toppo just takes it. He takes the brunt end of both attacks and loses his outfit. He ain't a happy camper from that. In a rage, I guess Toppo made his choice or something, but he pretty much essentially gave up on being a fighter for just justice. Not just justice. He gave up on fighting for justice and decides to go straight into it, unlocking his God of Destruction powers, which is crazy. My dude had like 30 protein shakes in like 2 seconds because he went from big old round dude, like Ron Jeremy status round, to just straight up shredded. Like, he was freaking shredded out of his mind. He had like an 8-pack and like muscles the size of like boulders. He grew in height, which blew my mind even more. The dude was so tall and so massive, but he still had that crazy ass stash on, which was hilarious because he was looking so serious with his aura and everything. And yet, like, he just has that straight up mustache looking like a Mario character. Hilarious. But you end up finding out from Belmont, the God of Destruction for Universe 11, that he unlocked his God of Destruction powers and is finally taking the mantle as apprentice for that. And if you noticed on his stomach, he actually gets the symbol for Belmont as well, which is crazy because then it shows that Toppo's actually going through with it. Jiren even comments on it, acknowledging his choice and respecting that, which is awesome. On top of that, that's awesome sauce. When Jiren when Jiren acknowledges you, that's when you know you made it. That's when you know you made it to like the top tier right there. And Frieza, looking at him, still is condescending because he's golden. Like Frieza just looks at him and is like, "Oh, I'm golden. You can't beat this," and just gets rocked because he knows destruction magic. In fact, when Frieza shoots a death beam at him, one death beam, the thing just poof disintegrates, just gone with the wind, having ass. And then Beerus pretty much acknowledges it, that he's using destruction. He's using Hakai, and he's surrounding himself in it with that aura, which is crazy. So he ends up hitting Frieza. Toppo, by the way, hits him with a ball of Hakai, or destruction, and shoots it at him. And since Frieza way back when, in like earlier, way before the survival arc like really started, I think, is when like Goku recruited him. They other people from different universes tried getting rid of Frieza, and they used that destruction magic on him, and he just like took it. He just knew how to use it. He knew how to deal with it. And since Toppo's destruction magic is like way stronger than Universe, I think it was once, maybe. But either way, he got rid of, like, he literally tried to stop it with one hand. He was like, I just need one hand, and just got engulfed with it. Just got destroyed. Just like immediately one shot. And Toppo was just like pathetic. And just wrecked my dude right there. So Frieza is probably, like, people, you think that he's probably dead or he's gone or something like that. And Toppo decides to change his focus onto Android 17. Looks at him and is like, round 2, baby. So then they duke it out. Android 17 knowingly acknowledges the fact that he just can't fight him. He just can't. The whole arena split. He destroyed the arena. The whole arena is destroyed. The sky turned different colors because of it. In a world that is void, he created shit in it. It was crazy. He did so much in it. And amongst all of that, floating rocks and all that stuff, 17's trying to find an opening, and you end up finding out from Beerus himself that his destruction magic, his destruction is on a charge. So he has to charge it before he can actually use it. So that's when they pretty much foreshadow, I guess, an opening. Crazy stuff. Crazy. And then Frieza comes back. The dude comes back. And he's just like, I'm surprised you're not dead, dude. And he's just like, dude, I will destroy you. I will race you. And Toppo's like, bro, just stay down already. Frieza hits him with some like death ball type thing, and literally Toppo just flicks a bead, destruction, the size of a bead, and just completely eradicates that thing. Thing's gone in an instant. Toppo then comes over and just rocks him, one-shots him again with like a straight up gut punch, spitting out some stuff, and then just done. Luckily, 17, though, saves him by chucking a rock at his ass. And by chucking that rock, he ends up stopping Frieza from falling off the stage. So Frieza's floating around on some random rock on the whole stage, just floating around, orbiting. Meanwhile, 17 is clenching his cheeks for dear life, hoping not to get wrecked. And Toppo is a freaking monster. And essentially, that's the majority of the episode. It is ridiculous what happened in this episode. It blew my mind with the raw stuff that happened in this episode. It's crazy. It's getting hype as anything. It's getting hyphy. And the next episode, we should have Vegeta versus Toppo. And I'm thinking this is going to allude to the fact of Vegeta probably getting knocked out, or even worse, something else happening to Vegeta, and in return, Goku's going to go Ultra Instinct and just go ham status. I'm just hoping that. Please, Toriyama, just ham status. I want to see that. Oh my gosh, that was episode 125 in a summary. Overall, though, that episode was phenomenal when it comes to animation and overall style. I love it. It was an action-packed episode. It was hype. It built it up. I was surprised that TOPPA was doing that. It had its quality to it. Not a lot of story, but still, it definitely was like an even. It was a nice balanced breakfast right there of just straight Dragon Ball. I liked it a lot. Hopefully, you guys watch this episode. If you are just watching this just cause, well, sorry to spoil it for you, but hey, that's what happens when you watch this type of stuff. Either way, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you did, drop me a like. I would greatly appreciate it. If not, leave me a dislike because I'm the freaking worst, apparently. Or comment or subscribe. Just do what you gotta do. I'm hypey for this stuff. I can't wait for the new episode. That's gonna be crazy. I'll definitely catch you guys when that comes out. I'll see you guys around. Have a good one, guys. See ya.